she's an American hero and a public schools advocate.
Public education is what our democracy is built on.
Barbara Morgan, former NASA astronaut and the backup to Christa McAuliffe in the Teacher in Space program of the 1980s. She didn't give up her dream to go into space, even after the Space Shuttle Challenger exploded after launch in 1986.
It was awful. It was absolutely awful, and it's still hard to talk about to this day. We had lost 7 dear friends, and of course for the families, they lost 7, dear family members.
After Challenger, Morgan agreed to be Teacher in Space designee, but there were delays in getting her into space. In 1998, NASA invited Morgan to become a full-fledged astronaut. But before her scheduled launch, there was another spaceflight tragedy. The Space Shuttle Columbia disintegrated during re-entry into the Earth's atmosphere.
So we were already assigned before Columbia's last flight, and then we lost Columbia.
It took 21 years after Challenger until she would get her chance to fly. In 2007, she blasted off on the Space Shuttle Endeavour as a mission specialist for NASA, a member of a crew delivering supplies and construction materials to the International Space Station.
We were so excited to launch. We have simulators that simulate the launch. They don't capture the sound and they don't capture the rumble and the vibration, and they can't really capture those the 3 Gs that you experience. Space is amazing. We literally were a construction crew out in space. And how do we do that? We send people outside in really bulky spacewalking suits, those white suits, and we have people inside doing things like moving big pieces of equipment or moving our crew members on the end of our robot arms. So that was one of my jobs, was to be one of the robotic arm operators.
After 13 days in space and a mission accomplished, the crew returned to Earth. Today, Morgan is a distinguished educator in residence at Idaho's Boise State University, mentoring science and engineering students.
By the way, if you guys are looking at grad school here, it's really fun to work at a fairly new university that doesn't have everything set in stone, and things move very quickly, and you're able to do a lot.
She also provides vision and leadership in STEM education. 2 Idaho public schools were named after her in her honor. One is in McCall, Idaho, and the other less than an hour from her office at Boise State University.
Barbara Morgan has been extremely supportive of our school. I think there's a need for STEM education in all communities. It's teaching kids how to think critically and to problem solve and to work cooperatively. And those kinds of learner behaviors are beneficial in any field that they may eventually go into.
Adam Burwell is a 3rd grade teacher at Barbara Morgan STEM Academy.
I teach my class all the time, just that it's okay to make mistakes and be wrong, and when that happens, you figure out why it happened and you move on, you make it better, and you improve it constantly. So.
Well, STEM, I think, would help me in the future because most jobs involve it.
Because growing up to be a marine biologist would be really hard, and I'm going to need technology, math, and science.
The students also enjoy learning about space, the final frontier.
Space is really cool because it goes on and on and on.
Space, I think, is cool. It has many things to learn about. Some things haven't even been discovered.
I would like to be an astronaut, and the reason why I would like to be an astronaut would be because I would get to explore more.
Space exploration definitely grabs their attention, and I think it's that open-ended future for our students that helps them see too, especially this day and age, whether they're a girl or a boy, or no matter what background they come from, that the world is totally open to them. They can, whatever they dream and set their mind to, and if they find and keep the right people around them who will help support them and be positive as they go forward, no matter what challenges they're going to come across, because they will, that they can do anything. And I think that's what space exploration represents.
Barbara Morgan believes great public schools are the foundation of our country.
Everybody needs this country to have good, quality public schools. It is really critical. Public education is what our democracy is built on. What my dream for public education is that we have in every single location in this country, no matter whether it's inner city or out in the hinterlands, that we have the best public school system for every single kid to be able to be a part of.